Watching surfers out in the ocean riding surfboards can make one believe that surfing is a passive activity, requiring little physical exertion, almost on par with golf. Some people out in the water just make it look so easy. However, nothing is further from reality. Surfing, when done right, is intensely physical. Most of the body is involved, including the muscles in the arms, legs, shoulder, and abdominals, and in the back. Now, you've decided to take surfing lessons, so it's a great idea to prepare your mind and your body for what will be a rewarding experience. So here are 13 tips to help you prepare for your first surf lesson. Number 1, get your heart pumping. Running, biking, and swimming are great exercises to help you get the most out of your first surf lesson. Surfing is a cardiovascular intensive sport because you'll constantly be in motion. Your upper arms will be in the water paddling, and you'll be kicking to help you move the board in the direction that you want it to go. First, your surf lesson will run anywhere from 1 to 2 hours. There'll likely be a break or two in between, but the most of the time you'll be surfing using your body continually. So you're going to want to choose a workout and stretch that's going to get your heart pumping during any hour of exertion. When I organize surfing instruction for beginners, I take a look at each one of the ones in the group and try to determine how much of a challenge each student is going to have. I find the ones that prepare their bodies the most for surfing are going to have a much better time. They're going to be able to do the course material much faster, they're looser, and they're just much better. So try performing a quick warm-up or walk, or even just like a light jog for 10 minutes or so. Maybe a couple of light stretches. You open up your hips, your arms, lats, and legs. Just do a couple of those and you'll be more than ready. Number 2, get used to being in the water. It's pretty obvious that all you do is when you surf is you're going to be in the ocean. You'll be spending the majority of your time in your surfboard paddling towards away from the waves. You're also going to want to learn how to duck dive and do a turtle roll with the surfboard. And what those are is a duck dive is when you grab hold of the edges of the surfboard and push the board underwater when a wave's going to be crashing onto you. A turtle roll, however, this is usually done with bigger surfboards like longboards. That's when you grasp the edges of the board and you flip it upside down, kind of like a turtle. And these are just little defensive maneuvers to do when waves are crashing on you. So you're just going underwater for a brief second or two. So water may go up your nostrils and may be uncomfortable. However, the more familiar you are with water going up your nose, the more prepared you are for the enjoyment of surfing. I mean, it's just something that's going to come with the territory. You're going to be getting water up there no matter what. But if there's something you could do, you can combat this just kind of like when I go underwater, what I do is I breathe heavily throughout my nose and I just kind of blow outwards. And that's going to expel all the water that's trying to get up there. So there's nothing better that you can do to swim laps in a pool. If you belong to a gym or something, or if you have like a community swimming pool, just try going in there and try swimming a little bit. The more action you do swimming, the better you'll be at paddling. It's a really similar motion, so it's good to get those things under wraps. Freestyle building swims up, kind of like the triceps area, lats, upper shoulder muscles. So just doing a couple of laps in your pool, whenever you get the chance, it's going to make you a little bit better. Get used to the water a little bit, and it's a good choice to do. So the better swimmer you are, the more comfortable you feel in the water, it'll go a long way at your lesson. Number 3 is to watch surf instruction videos. Although it's not a substitute for surf lessons, videos here on YouTube, just like how-to videos and how to pop up, how to handle waves. It's going to be a benefit for you when you go to your surf lesson. So the first thing too is you'll notice that when you first get to your lesson, it's going to be on the sand, and that's where you learn how to paddle effectively. And remember, the most freestyle swimming that you do before starting, the better paddler you'll be. Well, during your surf lesson, you're not going to want to take notes or anything. It's just more of a muscle memory thing, so you're just going to want to relax and enjoy it. So each surf session is going to be different. There's going to be different challenges, whether it be the condition of the waves, wind, anything like that. So every surf session is going to be a little bit different. So learning how to overcome those obstacles are going to be huge for you. And that's just something that comes with time. So don't expect to know how to handle certain things in your first lesson. Number 4 is to work out with a little bit of weights. Do just like a little bit of, weight resistance to help you get in shape a little bit. You're going to be really sore if it's your first time paddling. You spend a lot of time in the water. You're going to feel a lot in your shoulders and lats. I know I did the first time and I was just dead. So, all the paddling you're going to do, standing up, popping up, a bunch of little push-ups to get up on the board, all that type of stuff's really going to wear on you. So it's better to come in there with a good strength base, if you will. All right, number 5, wear the right clothes for your surfing lesson. If you live in like a surfing hotspot like SoCal, or if you live in Oregon where it's cold, you're going to want to dress appropriately. So typically what you're going to do is probably wear a rash guard. You're probably not going to be having a wetsuit unless, the surfing instructors provide one for you. But it's really common for surf instructors to just give their students just a rash guard. Wetsuits are kind of overkill for lessons unless it's really cold. So you probably expect to bring over a rash guard. They'll probably provide one for you if that school does. So also, number 6 is to respect the time set by the instructor. So every instructor is going to have a limit. It's probably an hour or so. So what you're going to want to do is, arrive a little bit early. You don't want to show up late. That does not put your surf instructor in a good mood whatsoever. They probably have more, lessons to handle throughout the day. So you're going to want to be respectful of that. All right, number 7, make sure you eat a good healthy meal before you go to your surf lesson. Fast food's okay now and then, but you really don't want to be eating a huge burger or a big rack of ribs before all that. You're going to want to, get a healthy meal with carbs, healthy fats, protein, stuff like that. All right, number 8, you're going to want to practice popping up on your own before the lesson. So your teacher's probably going to have you set in the sand the first time. They're going to want to show you how to pop up on the board properly. So if you can, pretend like you probably don't have a surfboard around your house, or maybe you do, maybe you don't, but you don't have to. Just go out to a park near you and pretend like there's a surfboard beneath your feet and just kind of practice up the popping up motions. There's plenty of videos on YouTube. We're hoping to get one up soon over on this channel, but just look up, how to pop up surfing. And there's going to be a bunch of tutorials there for you. And just kind of practice that motion before you get to your lesson. And that'll give you a huge head start. And your instructor will probably appreciate that too. All right, number 9 is that you're definitely going to feel it after the lesson. So since surfing's such an active sport, you're definitely going to be feeling a lot of the soreness, all that muscle use that you're not used to using. So definitely keep in shape. You'll be all good to go. All right, number 10 is to be in the right mindset. It's really common for new surfers to be kind of stressed out, thinking it's like some sort of a boot camp that they're going to, but it's not. You're just going to want to go to the lesson and have a good time. I mean, surfing can be some of the funnest time of your life. So go there, relax. Don't be stressed if you don't get it the first try. You'll be okay. Just relax, have fun, you'll be all set. All right, number 11, this is pretty important. You're probably not going to go very deep into the water your first time, but it's good to know how rip currents work. They're also called rip tides, and what they are, just really fast, powerful water channels that move in directions away from the shore, and they run underneath the waves that break. So they're easy to see for experienced surfers, but if you're never around the ocean a lot, if you don't see it, you're going to have a hard time identifying them. So if you see a line of debris or seaweed moving fast in a straight line heading out to sea, or like choppy water, it looks like a channel of choppy water, or like the color of the water is a little bit darker in one area of the ocean than the other, that's probably a rip current. And so if you find yourself caught in one, the natural instinct is that you're going to want to swim against it and go directly into shore in a straight line, but you have to avoid this instinct. Instead, to get out of a rip current, you're going to want to swim parallel to the shore, which means swimming sideways from the beach. So you're going to be going a slightly diagonal direction or a straight line towards the shore. So if this isn't working for you, then it's best to ride out the current and follow to the calmer waters and probably signal for a lifeguard. If there's a rip current, there's chances are that lifeguards are looking for this type of thing. And if you are at any point feeling, if you're not confident in your swimming ability, or if you feel like you're getting tired or exhausted, just the best thing to do is signal for a lifeguard. You're not going to be able to save yourself if you don't know what you're doing. But if you're with an instructor, it's not going to be an issue. They know what they're looking for. They're not gonna put you in that situation. So don't have to worry about it for your first lesson, but it is something to just keep in the back of your head. All right, number 12, spend a day at the beach body surfing. So it's great to kind of go in the water a day before if you're near it, and just kind of learn how the ocean moves, how the waves break. The more time you spend in the water, the more you're going to know how the ocean behaves in certain conditions. And doing this is just a really good idea, because when you get on a board, you have that big heavy board with you. You're probably going to have a long board your first time, and things can get stressful really quick if you don't know how the waves are coming. You can't read certain signs in the ocean. So this is just something that comes with time. You're just going to want to spend some time out there in the ocean, and you'll get it. All right, that brings us to the last tip, is just to love the ocean. You know, if you love the water and you're captured by the magnificent strength and power of the ocean, you'll always want to be near it and in it. I mean, just surfing is one of the best things. It's so relaxing, it's so therapeutic. So just respect it, have a good time in it, and you'll be well on your way, having a good time in your first surf lesson. Good luck out there.